Okay, I'm going to show you how to use parametric equations to graph circles on your TI-84, and we're going to use a program. Parametric equations are simply equations that express coordinates x and y. They use a separate function of a common third variable, and the common third variable we're going to use in both x and y in this case is going to be t. So, I've got my calculator up. I'm going to go to Program. I'm going to create a new program, and I'm going to call it Circle. I'm just typing on my keyboard, but you can press second function alpha to lock down the alpha button and just type the letters here. This is off of page 567 from the Algebra 2 textbook. This is just the graphing calculator procedure. The first thing I'm going to do is to find display. Now this is in the program button here, and this is down here. And I'm going to ask it to display something that always needs to be in quotation marks. So I'm going to ask it to display the center. C-E-N-T-E-R. And that's going to be in parentheses. Oops, let's go back. Delete. And that's going to be the center of a circle, which is HK, which is the coordinate point of a center of a circle. Okay, the next line, I'm going to ask it to display the radius of the circle. So, second function alpha, quotation marks, radius r. And let's close up those quotation marks. Okay, the next thing I'm going to ask it, going to get it to do, let's go to a new line, is we need to bring up prompt. And it's going to prompt me for the coordinates. It's going to prompt me for the coordinates h, k, and r. It's going to need the two coordinate points and the radius. Okay, now we're going to put in our first coordinate point, and that's going to be the radius, r, times cos of t. Cos of t. That's our common third variable. And we're going to add the x-coordinate, which is h in our case. And close up the quotation marks. And I'm going to store that as, well, I'll show you in a second. So let's go to, we're going to find this button here, which is x1t. So I'm going to find that in here. I'm going to go to y variables, parametric. It's all in here. Okay, and I want to use this one, x1t. Okay, good. Next line, enter. This is my other, this is for my y coordinates, so we're going to go this time r sine t. So open up the quotation marks, and we can type r sine t. And this time we're going to add the y coordinate, which in this case is k. So I'm going to add k. Where's k? There. Close the quotation marks, and I'm going to store that as y1t. There we go. Okay. New line. Now I need to ask it to do parametric equations, and I want it in radians. So that you'll find those two things in mode. First, I'm going to get it to put it in parametric. So there's parametric. There we go, param. And then I'm going to ask it to put it in radians as well. There's radians. Good. Next line. I'm going to set what do I want t to be? I want my t minimum to be 0, my t maximum to be 2 pi, and I want t to step up in 500, so 0.05. So I'm going to set 0, store it as t minimum. Now you'll find t minimum in here, in window, and then here it is. That's why we're using the third variable t, because it's all in here. So t minimum and 2 pi. I'm going to store that as T maximum. Remember, it's in, where are we? There we go. Window T max. And 0.05 is what I want to store as my steps. That's what I want T to go up in every time. So that's also in window T step. Okay. And now all I want to do is go to program, display graph. There's display graph. And that's my program written. I'm going to use this to solve question 2. Question 2 down here because it's a nice graph. So the center's at 5, -2, and the radius is 5. So let's go to second function quit. Let's run the program circle. And that's what prompt means. It's prompting me what's h. So h in this case is 5. K is -2. And my radius r is going to be 5. And let's see what the graph looks like. Okay, now the screen in this case makes it look kind of like an oval, but it's not. I need to go to zoom square. That should make it look like a circle. There we go. And that's how we can use parametric equations to graph circles.